Karanja caught up with him in Radat area, having already covered an approximate 80 kilometers and compiled the following report. So let's look at that report and speak to Ibrahim Karanja, who has an update for us on the story.
The past 2 days, then you must have come across this man walking by himself. Completely clad in a white outfit, a staff and flag clutched on his hands and a backpack, Mzee Joseph Chebi Malatit is a man on a mission. He wants to compel the government to complete the construction of Kabarnet Stadium.
Nikienda niombe msaada mtukufu rais ya nchi hii angalau atujengee stadium ya Kabarnet. Nataka stadium ijengwe peke yake, sina jambo lingine.
The start of his approximately 330-kilometer journey towards Kenya's capital, Nairobi, started on Tuesday, 23rd of August, from his Salawa village. Today, he has covered an approximate 80 kilometers.
Nilitembea kilomita 40 siku ya kwanza. Jana nilitembea kilomita 20. Na leo natarajia nitembee kilomita 20 na 2 ama 20. Inategemea na jua.
The places from which he is seeking audience in Nairobi are clearly defined.
Safari yangu nitapitia ofisi ya Safaricom, alafu niendelee mpaka State House. Wale niona viongozi ambao wanatusaidia ni MP Baringo Central, ambaye uwanja iko kwa area yake. Ya pili Senator, alafu mtu wa tatu ni President wa NOC, Mr. Paul Terkat, ambaye yeye pia anaelewa mambo ya mchezo.
The 61-year-old says that he will not look back until the stadium, whose construction stalled in 2016, comes to fruition.
Sisemi yule gavana iko hajajenga, rasilimali ni chache katika nchi yetu. Kwa hiyo mara shida ndio rasilimali. Sio mtu.
His is a lonely journey, save for the few motorists that would stop by to ask about his mission or incoming phone calls, perhaps from friends and family checking up on him. His almost worn-out shoes must be replaced in Nakuru. The new pair will be his third for the journey, making up his expected expenses for the journey that includes food, water, and maybe a roof to sleep under overnight.
Nimetumia shilingi 7,000. Itakuwa safari yote ni kama 55,000.
He intends to be in Nairobi in a fortnight. He keeps walking, and when things get tough, a mixture of honey and water does it for him. But he still holds on and has a message for those he is hoping to meet in the capital.
Honorable Rais, mheshimiwa, ya kwamba nikikuja huku munipokee na kupokea kwangu munisaidie mjenge Kabarnet Stadium.
Ibrahim Karanja, KTN News.
Such a noble move right there from, Joseph Chebi Malatit. So let me bring in my colleague, Ibrahim Karanja, who has an update for us on the story. Ibrahim Karanja, good morning. So now he's covered about 80 kilometers, and you compiled a story about him. What is the latest update?
Well, Brenda, by the time we were compiling that particular story on Thursday, he had covered 80 kilometers from Kabarnet, actually from his Salawa village, which is about 20 kilometers ahead of Kabarnet. Today, Mzee Malatit has covered approximately 170 kilometers because he is right now in Nakuru, and he keeps saying that he will continue with his journey. But as we speak, he is at the office of the Rift Valley Regional Commissioner, George Natembeya, of course, to brief him about his mission. He still maintains that he needs to meet President Uhuru Kenyatta, amongst other corporate entities, to see them or to lobby them to actually embark on the completion of that particular stadium that stalled in 2016, the Kabarnet Stadium. And I want to speak to, I think I should start with Bwana Natembeya, even as he receives Mzee Malatit here in Nakuru, before I speak to Mr. Malatit. Sir, a good morning in which you have received a man on a mission. A man on a mission to Nairobi. What do you have to say about it?
First of all, I want to appreciate Mr. Chebi. He was an officer. He was a chief. He just retired about a year ago for taking this initiative for the community. You know that area we have got a lot of athletes, and sometimes they lack facilities where they can train and tap that talent. We believe that the stadium is a very critical infrastructure in that part of the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, the ministry you serve in, the Ministry of Interior, goes ahead to be a coordination of national government, and I think by extension, every other project. Perhaps what would you say is the state of that particular stadium, much as it was a county government stadium?
The information I have is that that stadium began in 2014, and after 2 years it stalled. It was the initiative of the county government of Baringo. I really don't know what really transpired thereafter, but of course it's important for projects once they start to be completed so they can be of value to the people. Because if you start a project, you've published public resources, and then it's not being used, it means that we are incurring a lot of unnecessary wastages. Yeah.
How would you describe your former chief? He's your former junior officer, of course, and with this particular mission.
Not very many people can do what he's doing. Personal sacrifice and wanting to bring to the public limelight the challenge this particular project is facing. He could easily have said, doesn't really concern me, it's for everybody, and then he'll continue with his own business because I retired anyway, and then he'll have just ignored it. But given that he's taken this initiative and is bringing attention to this particular project, I think it's something that needs to be applauded. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Well, that is Rift Valley Regional Commissioner George Natembeya, and I have with me the man of the moment, as I should call him, or man of the coming few days because of his work. That is Mzee Joseph Chebii Malatit. Mzee, tulikutana na wewe Radat. You had walked about 70 kilometers. Leo umefanya kufika Nakuru. Safari imekuwa vipi?
Safari imekuwa ngumu, lakini sioni hukumu. Mimi nimefurahia. Ngawa nimetumia fare 3 kwa barabara, lakini yote haya nilijitolea nitimbise hii safari yangu mpaka mahali niendapo.
Yeah. Na uko sawa kabisa bado, mwili, mguu?
Mwili bado iko sawa. Nimepoteza tu kilo 2. Nilipima jana kilo 2 nimepoteza. Ninatumia lita 3 kwa siku ya maji. Na mimi siili chakula ya mjana. Mimi naila asubuhi, mjana maji na asali, jioni napata chakula ya jioni. Yeah.
Kwa hiyo bado mzee unasisitiza kwamba hata baada ya kukutana na Natembeya ambaye anawakilisha serikali, unasisitiza kwamba lazima utakuwa ukielekea Nairobi kutafutana na rais?
Bado kwanza nashukuru RC kwa kunipokea kwa ofisi yake. Ya pili amesema kitu ya maana ya kwamba kazi yote kianzishwa inastahili ikamilike. Na hiyo ni kiongozi ambaye anaelewa ya kwamba chochote ya mwananchi sharti ikamilike. Kwa hivyo nashukuru yeye kwa sababu kusema kazi hiyo iendelee. Nami nasema hii safari nikitoka hapa ameniombea safari njema nifike kule. Basi nitaendelea tu kwa Mwenyezi Mungu atulinde pia.
Pengine swali la mwisho, safari ambayo sasa unaelekea nusu hii ya pili itakuwa safari tofauti na ile ambayo umekuja. Maana umekuja mahali ambapo kuna joto upande wa Baringo, na sasa utaelekea Nakuru kuelekea Kiambu hadi Nairobi. Upande huo kuna baridi. Umejipangaje vipi kwa hiyo safari?
Kitu moja kwa safari ajui joto sana. Ajui baridi pia. Kwa sababu ukitembea kwa baridi na ukitembea joto inaingia kwa mwili. Kitu nataka tu ukule vizuri. Kwa sababu ukienda kilomita 5 mwili inachamuka. Inachanganya joto na baridi, sasa mwili inakuwa sawa. Kutembea kwa baridi si shida.
Usalama wako uko vipi kwa barabarani?
Kwa usalama ni Mola tu anajua. Kwa sababu mimi natembea peke yangu. Na marafiki wananchi wengi wananiambia mimi tembea tu, ninapata watu wanasema ni sawa msee endelea, sawa tu msee endelea. Kwa hiyo na change yetu ya Kenya tunasema wananchi si wabaya. Kila mtu anapenda amani. Na viongozi wanasisi amani. Na hii amani iendelee vile tu inaendelea tangu. Yeah.
Asante sana. Asante. Well, Brenda, if I have a minute, perhaps I'd have a word with his daughter who was here in Nakuru town earlier to receive him and actually give him mursik. That is a traditional Kalenjin milk. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Tueleze, your dad, once he made this decision, you have been here in Nakuru. Today he got here after 5 days. What do you have to say about it? And did you guys just agree?
Thank you so much. Actually, his journey has not been easy, but we are happy because he's soldiering on and he's determined to complete it. That is what is very important. So, concerning if we knew it, informed his sons, akasema us and the mother, wacha tujulie mbele, because we could have denied actually. Seeing your dad going through such a gesture, it's not easy. That is why it's our request that his guest to see that stadium to be built it comes to succeed. So we support him, we check his health, and in everything we are in support, and we hope that his prayer will be answered and that stadium is going to be built. Nothing else. We need your prayers, we need your support, and everything is going to be okay.
What has been going on through your mind and that of your siblings over the past 5 days and in the coming few days?
It has not been easy, but the fact that he's determined makes us to believe he's going to finish it, and makes us to, we are seeing that we have a hero. We have a father who is a role model. We have a father who is not concerned about his own personal problems, but is concerned of the generation to come and of other people. And actually, even from the time we were young, we were seeing how he was concerned about other people. So it does not come as a shock to us. We know him, we understand him as our dad, and actually it has helped us to know the kind of the father we have, and even us, as we face the world, we will know that we have the genes which are strong enough to soldier on in life and to help others.
Genes of a hero, you might call it. Well, Brenda, you have heard it from the daughter. You didn't say your name, though.
My name is Felicitas Malatit. I'm the third-born daughter of Mzee.
Thank you, thank you. That is Felicitas Malatit, of course, the daughter of Joseph Malatit, here at the office of George Natembea, the Rift Valley Regional Commissioner. Mzee Malatit says that the remaining roughly about 160 kilometers must be covered. Whether or not he has an appointment at State House, he said he does not, but he hoped that through the stories that were told by the different media platforms, that he will be received there. Of course, he also says that he has corporate entities he's targeting, including Safaricom, a mobile service provider, and other corporate entities. Let's see how it goes in the coming days, even as he now says that only God knows when he will finish this particular walk, because perhaps, of course, it has been a journey with its challenges, Brenda.
Right. I hope he finishes the walk and that he gets that chance of meeting President Uhuru Kenyatta. Ibrahim Karanja, thank you so much for that report. Now, let me inspire you a little bit. And a 45-year-old man in Elgeyo Marakwet County has decided to go back to secondary school 26 years after posting a C in the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education exams. Even though many expected Martin Kimosop to start planning for future of his 3 children, the father of 3 decided to join Form 2 at St. Francis